Hello, I'm Toycat and welcome back to another third channel video. I am a big fan of water. Maybe this has come up before, that I'm sponsored by water in fact. But the interesting thing about water is people claim that it has such a strongly different taste. Some people love Fiji water, even good friends of mine like, it's so good it's worth the money. Some people are like, nah, Dasani is the best. Okay, one person in my life says it's the best. Everyone else seems to hate it with a passion, but it's all just water to me. I don't see the difference between 33-cent water or $3 water, and today I'm going to be seeing if that's me trying to be a contrarian, or if it's actually real, because look at this. I have some shot glasses. They're actually from like American Solo cup-style shot glasses, and I've had my assistant pour each of these 13 things right here, ranging from tap water to Nestle water. I think this was actually the cheapest, 33-cent one. I think Dasani is actually closer to $1. Ranging through all the fancy, nice brands. Will I find my favorite water, or will I conclude that they actually are all pretty much equal? We're going to find out today. I'm excited because all of these letters right here, you can see on screen what they line up with. We've got A, B, C, D, E, F, all the way through to M. I have no clue what M is, what A is, but you will know as I go along here, and so I'm going to be doing a tier list as we go along, and we're going to later line that up with the tier list of what these all things mean. And I'm excited to watch the end of this video as much as you are, but let's get into the taste test. So the name of the game today is we're going to be taking a little bit of a sip from each of these shots. We're going to take a few of them if we need to, and I'm going to be kind of giving it like a flavor profile, which doesn't make any sense because most water has pretty much the same profile, but let's find out if that's true, because A over here smells like nothing. Wow, it's water. Tastes pretty, actually, you know what, that tastes pretty, it tastes very neutral. I find the tap water here has strong flavors that I don't like. The tap water at home has strong flavors I do like. I tend to find that some water tastes super, like almost like clinical. It tastes like that weird water you're not mentioning in science. A tastes pretty decent. It's not my favorite water. I'm going to put it in the C tier for now. Maybe we can come back to that later, or the B tier for now. Because it's hard to have a reference. It just tastes like water, no strong feelings or flavors about it. B over here, I'm excited for. So my first point of comparison is B has a much stronger taste to it, but it's like, again, it's almost chemical. I don't know how to describe it. It's not a great flavor. B is definitely worse than A so far. Is that shocking? This is B, this is A. I don't know what you're looking at, but B is worse than A, and maybe that's interesting to you. Or maybe it's exactly what you'd expect. Maybe C is one that interests you, though. So C, immediately... You know, I think, honestly, these first three, I need to drink them side by side, because I keep thinking I can get a flavor like, oh, this is this is more minerally or not. But as I'm trying them side by side, they are pretty similar. Like, okay, I'm sure I like A, but I think I like C a bit more than A. I think I'm going to put C in the A tier, which is slightly confusing for now. Here's my beautiful list so far. Again, we're doing this in person. We have to tier list like it's the 1980s. Do you think people in schools back then used to do their own little tier list? They totally did. Speaking of which, D is coming up next. D is the very best, maybe you would say. Oh, okay, no. All the three other ones, I was worried they were all going to taste the same. D does have a nice, like, I don't know what to call that. Like, if there is such thing as flavor, it's like 1%, because all water tastes like water, but it's like, immediately, it's going in there and you're like, yeah, there's something nice to that. I can't quite describe it, but if I was offered all of these waters at the same price point, D, even I would pay even a tiny bit more for D so far. I think D is straight into the S tier. We might have to move it later if we find much better waters, but I think D is distinctly better than the ones that came before. And E just tastes like A, B, and C. Honestly, all of these waters are so similar to each other. D has a much better taste, but E is exactly... Again, the other ones are getting really close and similar to each other. Maybe water does taste the same besides specific brands. Is that what I'm learning here? So next up, we've got F. F is the F has no flavor to it. If there was something to all these other waters that's missing with F. For the first time, instead of adding something to water, it removes something. I don't know quite what I can take from that. I'd say this is probably the easiest water to chug and not feel bad about it, so there's something to that. Like, you don't... again, if you want water with no taste, F is the one for you. So I feel like I'm going to put F in the... I guess no taste should put it down in a low tier, but I like F because it's respectable. I would be happy... F and D are my top two so far. Maybe, like, if I was buying for some reason. G... No, yeah, G is convincing me right back to, oh my god, this is all water. And it all tastes so foreign to me. Like, I thought one of these might have been tap water so far. But trying G makes me think that no, all bottled water really is just that darn similar. Like, I have 6 options left, and I haven't had a water where I'm like, yeah, that must be so good, it has to be... my favorite brands here, of like looking at them, I'd say like, I'd guess it would be like a Fiji or a Core, or maybe the Evian, maybe the Life Water. But having tried them all, like, I don't know what to take from that. So H, wait, have I put G down or something yet? I haven't. I guess let's give G another little sip. Yeah, G's going in the C tier. I'm not in love with G. H, on the other hand, yeah, there's no smell to any of these, like, which is a key part of the food experience. H. Ooh, no, H is bad. H is a little something to it. I can't describe what it is. There is something in H that has a flavor, and it's not like, again, that minerally kind of what you want from it, like, oh, this is some healthiness. It tastes like something is, like, it tastes like the water is, like, super treated in a way, maybe. Maybe it would grow on me, but this is terrible. Like, right now, H, not a fan of. By the way, just a reminder, this is New York tap water. Tap water varies wherever you are. People in New York like to pretend it's the best water in the world. I don't know if that's true. Everyone seems to like their own tap water these days. Speaking of tap water, I'm going to make a prediction right now. I is tap water, actually. I is tap water. I really want to, like, look over and ask and see if I'm right, but I know I can't. It ruined the taste test. So H, I'm putting down in the F tier, and I is going to go up in C tier. We've got very bottom heavy here. Maybe I'm being too harsh on the water. Maybe on a second pass we get something else. But for now, J. Wait, is that I again? No, that's J. J's good. My initial thought is just good. That's refreshing. It doesn't make sense that it's more refreshing. I should be hating these waters as I go further down them, right? Like, I should be getting more and more unhydrated. But J is refreshing. I would say there's like a tiny aftertaste of, like, something on your tongue. Like, again, it's tiny. This is water. These all taste exactly the same with only minor little differences. But J makes you feel like you after you finish it, you've got that water taste in your mouth, which is weird to say. But J, I'm gonna put it in A tier just because it's good stuff. I'm liking J so far. My sister and my girlfriend are both looking at the list together over there. They're like little analysts on a little sports broadcast. It's great. You know what else is great? K water. It looks like a C with a line going through it. This is actually the scent water. So K is on the surface of it. It seems like it's refreshing too, but it ends up with this again almost. I keep thinking of the word chlorinated, like it's got a strong something going on there. Like, you cannot be in any doubt that you're drinking water with this. I do not like K. I'm gonna put K. Maybe I feel like I've got this problem of I don't want to put things in the F tier, but if something's going in the F tier, it's probably gonna be K for now. L and M, the last two here. This is the battle of the last best ones. So L is this one, M is this one. Which do you think is going to be better? Place your bets now while I drink L and while I drink M. L again and M again. M, to me, I think it's slightly better than L. I'm going to say M is like a M is definitely like an A tier, while L is going to go in the B tier. So my list so far puts me with 1 S tier water, which is D. I do have a clear favorite water. I'm going to come back to it just to see after all the rest, it's still the best. I do like D. It's actually not. I feel like maybe I'm wrong here. I've just noticed right now, D and this proves the level of silliness to this. I'm going to make a guess. I'm going to see if it's correct. But D and M both are slightly colder than the rest, and that's why they've ended up being S and A, which means they're actually the 2 cheapest waters. It's just we bought them in a fridge. Am I correct on that? So my 2 favorite waters are the 2 cheapest ones. But only because it's not actually true that they're my favorite. It's that because they were in a fridge 3 hours ago, they had a few degrees colder than the rest. I like cold water so much that no matter what you do, if you treat it with pH, if you fly it from Fiji, do you know how far Fiji is from New York? You can fly the best water in the world to me, but you know what I prefer to any of that apparently? I prefer slightly cooler, again I could only spot it when I saw them side by side, I prefer slightly cooler water. So I guess then the next guesses would be C and J. My favourite waters that didn't have coldness working in their favour. So J, you know, yeah, C is the most distinct water in the batch. So my guess is going to be C is tap water. Oh, it's not. It's not tap water. Okay. So if C is not tap water and it has a distinct flavor, C is going to be the one that it's actually worth spending money on. Okay, this is shocking to me. Of all these waters, okay, so looking at the list we have right here, the 2 worst waters, H and K, are actually Fiji water and Dasani. So interesting. Whoa, I said that Dasani was like, I defend Dasani, like how bad can it really be? But apparently Dasani is the worst, tied with Fiji water. That's shocking. That is really, okay, and then my favorite one that wasn't chilled was C, which is Evian, followed by J, which was Smart Water. I do actually, so that to me tells me though, because Dasani and Fiji are the 2 waters not available in the UK. I believe Dasani, there's a whole Tom Scott video you can watch on Dasani. Fiji water, I feel like it might exist in the UK, but like, there just isn't really much of a premium water market there, so and Fiji's very far away from the UK, so I haven't seen Fiji water in the UK. On the other hand though, Smart Water does exist. It's a Coke brand if I'm not mistaken. It's Splash, whatever, I believe it's owned by Coke in the UK. And then Evian, so this is the like most international water I would say. You get it almost everywhere. Bottles of water is what I get on the plane sometimes, like for some reason. They have a good partnership with airlines. So I guess this is the one I know the most and I'm most familiar with. And that's so interesting that the 2 water brands I drink the most are the ones I like the most. So my B tier here is A, E, and L. So the mid-tier waters are Essential, Richard's Rainwater, really canned water that just says it's caught clean, 100% rain. I need to try this from the can, see if it tastes better. Interesting that rainwater tastes better than a lot of these other waters. We've got, and then L, which is Core Water. So that's interesting. This is my favorite form factor for water. If I'm buying a bottle to like refill at some point, this is just a cool bottle. It feels fun. It's got a cap that comes off like this. So Core Water, not that bad. Okay, so the C tier has B, F, G, and I. There is H factor. I really wanted to like this. I was so hoping it'd be the top. Like, it's a cool form factor for water. Or it's interesting at least. Then F is, what do we got here? F is tap water. Let me see if I can taste that more clearly now. No, honestly, mixing in tap water, maybe New York tap water is so good it competes with bottled water, or maybe bottled water is so bad it competes with tap water, but it doesn't taste distinctly tap watery. Whereas G is Cure. So this is pH 10 water. People were talking about pHs being the best. Like I like alkaline water. You're wrong, it just tastes kind of weird. It tastes, again, maybe this is the one I said tasted like science water. There's something distinct about this taste. Again, if you're buying water and for some reason you want a distinct taste, there is something to this. Maybe there's something to Fiji water as well. But then at the very... Oh wait, also we got G and I. So, also Cure, also Life Water. Oh no, Life Water's got pretty art on the bottle. That's all I can say about it. So what's the end conclusion here? The end conclusion is that, to me at least, water tastes pretty similar, but cold water tastes better. Like, again, the the very cheapest water managed to basically tie first place. This is 33 cents a bottle, whereas some of these are over $2. I'll show you my receipt if you want to see the exact prices. I could have saved money if I was a reward member, and I didn't. What a disappointment. But yeah, the key thing is that coldness is more important than anything else. Then after coldness, it's familiarity. And that's so bizarre to me because, you know, everyone talks about how it's the best for this, that, the other. And I think that's because, I guess, there's a lot more bottled water in some places than others. Like in the UK, bottled water has this like connotation of being like almost like a scam, right? Like you're only buying bottled water because you need to. Whereas, you know, I've heard I had an American friend from Tennessee who was so passionate about Dasani. I've had I have a friend in Washington who is passionate beyond belief about Fiji water. And you know what? It's fascinating to see all of these and realize that, you know what? You like what you want to like. If you want to like a premium brand, if you want to like a weird brand, if you want to like... You know, the reason this brand is so popular worldwide is because it's French. It comes from the French Alps. It's natural electrolytes. It's carbon neutral. It's 7.2 pH. Very popular in Japan. And so people want to like it, and apparently I'm one of those people. So what can we learn from this video? That water is a scam. Just drink it from the tap or something. Unless you live somewhere where you can't. In which case, drink either the Nestle water, because Nestle is one of those companies that I really like to support wherever I can. You know, they're one of those local businesses that could really do with your help to do all the great initiatives that they're helping out with. Yeah, I can't lie. Even like drinking it straight from the bottle, it's 33 cents for this amount of water, and it's because it's cold. It gets a clear head start, and that's hilarious to me. Next time we'll control the variables better. Wait, I suck at ending videos, but something my girlfriend was just gonna do, but I realized, you know what? What happens when you combine them all together, or at least as many of them as we can. What happens if we take you know, our D? What happens if we take our D and our E? Actually, let's take M and K, no, H and K. Let's combine the ones we need together to see if we can, oh god, where's the letter on this one? There it is. Let's combine them together, and let's see if we can make a better water. So, H and K is actually bearable. And now we're just gonna take a bunch of waters. So this is now G, C, and H. And here's some B, a little top up, and a little A on top of there too, and some L, why not? Let's see, let's see what 6 waters combined. Because again, it's all water, right? Nope, don't like that at all. Don't know what I'm proving here. Oh wait, give the camera a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you like 6 waters together. You don't have a feeling about it? Oh, you hate it. Show the camera. Show the camera. So yeah, did you know combining waters is not a smart thing to do? Today we learned. Okay, goodbye.